What's up, guys? We're going to use the product rule to find the derivative of this function. And so if you remember, if we have a function h equals the product of two other functions, so f times g, h prime is going to equal the first times the derivative of the second plus the second times the derivative of the first. And so if we look at our function h of x, I'm going to call this here f and this here g, and so it's the product of two functions. And again, you could multiply this out to get a single polynomial rather than a product of two binomials and use the power rule to find the derivative, but we're going to use the product rule here. And so h prime, again, is going to be the first times the derivative of the second. So our first function is 5x minus 3. And then we're going to take the derivative of our second function. So the derivative of 2x squared plus 5 is just 4x. To that, we're going to add our second function, 2x squared plus 5, times the derivative of the first. And so the derivative of 5x minus 3 is just 5. Again, you're using the power rule there. And so now we just need to simplify. And so we'll get 20x squared minus 12x plus 10x squared plus 25. And so h prime of x for this case is going to be 30x squared minus 12x plus 25. And so that's the derivative of that one. I want to go through one more example. Here's g of x equals 3x squared minus, or times cosine x. And so again, we know it's going to be f times g prime plus g f prime. And even though our function here is g, I know this is my first, and this is going to be my second. And so g prime of x, it's going to be my first function, so 3x squared, times the derivative of cosine, which is negative sine x, plus my second function, which is cosine x, times the derivative of the first one, and so the derivative of 3x squared is 6x. And so now I'm just going to simplify a little bit, and I'll get negative 3x squared sine of x plus 6x times cosine x. And there we have the derivative of 3x squared cosine x using the product rule.